Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another live edition of Sakali's Corner Unfiltered Mafia Roundtable. Let's see, everybody's coming on. We got Georgia overseas in the house. Nice to see you on T. Thank you for the contribution already. It's really, I appreciate it. So, welcome everybody to the show today. Today, we're going to talk about mob bosses, two in particular, John Gotti Jr. and Joey Merlino. What they're doing, what do they have in common, and my thoughts, your thoughts, everybody's opinion, and we'll check it out. We'll see what everybody thinks. We'll go back and forth, and I'll give you my opinion on it. But first off, before we go into the show, people see the thing. What's this side? I have to go opposites. I'm looking at the camera. Go to egvodka.com. Order today. 100% gluten-free, organic. Best vodka on the market. We have 3 flavors: rosemary lavender, which is great with a pink lemonade. We have the Earl Grey Sage. It's really good with espresso martini, and also iced tea, a berry iced tea. Excellent. And then we have our regular flavor that you could drink straight up. So go to egvodka.com, order it today. It's great for the holidays, great Christmas gift too. Beautiful bottles, as you see in the background over there, over here. Really good. So go to egvodka.com, order it today. Also, I put the link up for Always Lit Cigars. Go to Always Lit Cigars, order them today. And I checked it out too. Went to the website, make sure everything worked. And Bad Santa, listen, that's a badass label they created. Try it. I'm sure the cigar is even better. I didn't have Bad Santa. I had the 3 Capos, excellent. So I'm sure Bad Santa is just as good, if not better. It depends on people's preference. But go to Always Lit Cigars, try your cigar, and also tune into Joe Barone's podcast, Goodfellow Podcast. So with that, we'll go into Gotti Jr. and Joey Merlino. What do they have in common? First off, they're both bosses. John Gotti Jr. just did an interview on Value Entertainment, and he wasn't shelved when he said his father shelved him for life. That was not true, folks, because I would have heard it, especially when I was passing messages back and forth. Now he's definitely shelved. He's on social media too. It's another tarnish on the Gotti name just by him talking. And I don't want to hear people, listen, you're asking about the Mafia. You're asking about how we conduct ourselves in that life. You're not supposed, one of the first things, you're not supposed to speak to law enforcement. You're not supposed to speak to the media, news, period. That's a death sentence. When you get straightened out, those are the first things, commandments that you take not to do. And they're both doing it. So I don't want to hear I didn't put anybody in jail. I just heard real quick on somebody else's podcast, they're talking about, yeah, there's 302s with John Jr., but nowadays, he didn't tell anybody. In the Mafia, folks, we're talking about the Mafia. You people want to know about the Mafia rules. We're not talking about a civilian. We're talking about Mafia, criminals, thugs, gangsters. As soon as you sit down with any law enforcement and you provide information, whether they know it, don't know it, you don't know. Listen, I'm providing information on a murder, but they already have the information. I sit down with them for hours. I gave them all the information, and I come on TV and say, hey, they already had that information. I didn't give them anything they don't know. Well, what if I said Harry Henry was there? But yet they didn't know that in their information. You don't know what they know, what they don't know. You're not supposed to talk to law enforcement. As soon as you sit down with them, you're considered a rat. That's it. Case closed. As far as what Joey's doing, it's not supposed to be on social media, period. Supposedly he got shelved. Now, somebody hit me up today saying, Dom, you said he got kicked out of Rayo's, or he had an altercation in Rayo's. No, I says, I heard. I don't know if it's true. I have to check some more. I have to look into it. When I originally checked yesterday, the person said he didn't hear that. but he'll look into it. So it wasn't confirmed. People, you have to listen. Listen. A lot of people out, that's what's bad with social media too. You say A, they're telling everybody you said Z. And it doesn't work that way. But what do they have in common? Their both fathers were in the mafia, different levels of the mafia. But the difference was, well, listen, John Gotti, senior degenerate gambler, Joey Merlino, degenerate gambler. In that life, folks, it's a fast life. It's a crazy life. It's either you're partying, doing drugs, gambling, and just having a good time. It's a fast life. As fast as the money comes in, usually as fast as it goes out. Till eventually people start learning, they pull back, and they do the right thing. But between the two of them, and they're looking to go back and forth too, with slinging dirt. One saying one's a drug addict, the other's. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You have two former, one was a boss, the other's an acting boss, coming on social media, and they both claim, one we know ratted because there's 302s. The other one just coming on social media is no good. So in the eyes of Cosa Nostra, they're both rats. Cosa Nostra, I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, he doesn't have to talk about anything, say anything. Just him being on social media, acknowledging and all that. The government alleged, and the government alleged this one's a capo. The government, listen, they got it on wiretaps. They know it's all BS. It's all BS. It's all semantics between the two of them. And this could go on and on and on and on and on. It's just really, it's ridiculous. It really is. But the life is not what it once was, that's for sure. And I guarantee you, people are just rolling over in their graves with everything that's going on. And, at the end of the day, it's sad. It's sad. But what can you do? So I'm going to read some comments. We'll go into some other things as well. T, thank you again for the contribution. Me and my pet, what's up? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. Richie, hey, Dom, thanks for all the content lately. Happy holidays to you and your family. Richie, happy holidays to you and your family as well. We have Peter. We have Hungry in the house. Love from Hungry. Much love to you. Cynthia, hello. How are you today? Sari, what's up? And folks, I just don't understand it too. Because you have people out there, they still rub elbows with John Gotti Jr., knowing what he did. You have people still rubbing elbows with Joey Merlino, knowing he's doing what he's doing. And really, I'm just baffled. I'm baffled. But it shows the caliber of made guys aren't what they once were. Myself included. I flipped the script, but I'm okay with that. That was my choice, and that was it. But what's going on nowadays, really, it's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. I couldn't believe Joey Merlino bad-mouthed Sonny Franchise. If Sonny was alive, he would take Joey out 100 years old. I don't know about that, but yeah, no, it was a disgrace for him to say that. Sonny's a legend. Joey Merlino couldn't even shine Joey's shoelaces. I mean, I'm sorry. Joey Merlino couldn't even shine Sonny's shoelaces. So we have Dom. Have you got any experience getting an EPA license? I don't know what you're getting a license. No, but we could, I'm sure I have no idea what you're inferring to, the type of license, but if things are legal, you could get whatever you want. Just have to apply for it. Ryan Brown, hello, Dom. Hope you're doing well. Happy holidays from Massachusetts. I'm doing great. Christopher Frederick. Dominic, why is Tough Tony from Parkside allowed to do interviews? I don't know what he did, what he didn't do. If you're talking about an interview from his restaurant, about his restaurant, I didn't see the interview, and that's really a good question. That's really a good question. Um, Maybe they categorize it as advertising for a business, but I wouldn't agree with that either. Doing that. Hey, Snake, thank you for the contribution. Cosa Nostra is a social club nowadays. Oh, definitely. Definitely. It's a joke. It became a joke. It's it's just mind-boggling what goes on. German, my boy, we got you in the house. Thank you for the contribution. Nothing beats finishing a hard working day with an icy refreshment of EG. German, you're just a walk-in billboard for me. Damn. You're good though. You're good. Thank you. Thank you. Francisco Dom, when do you think were the golden years of the mafia? What years did the violence stop? I would say in the 90s, it started slowing down. Golden years were definitely 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and the 70s. 80s too. It was wild. It was wild. That's when you had the brotherhood. When I sat with Quiet Dom and he told me, he says, and he goes back, and he said, Dom, you know what destroyed the life is the money. People got money became their gods. And when that happened, it started destroying the life. They were more worried about their monies than anything else. And that's what started weakening the life. And where was I going to? There's another thing I wanted to say. Oh, I saw a little bit of Jeff Nadeau's interview. We had the agent on. And I have a few things because they questioned about if I was told there was a hit on me. Number one, FBI has an obligation to let you know, to make you aware. They didn't come out directly and say who did. They'll never do that. But based on, they have to say, hey, did you ever hear of this guy? Did you ever run into this guy? How was your history with this guy? So you could put everything together and but directly, no, they will never come out directly and say this is what's happening. But you put the pieces together, and after talking to them for an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, you could put the pieces together really well. And that was it. But yes, folks, there was a hit on me. And that's it. I have no reason to bullshit about it, and I could care less. But I even got word that Mikey Washwoman is worried now about, because I said the feds told me. So he's worried an indictment's going to come down. Murder conspiracy with the whole group. So how would I know that? And people in the street who are close, who listen to this, they know it. They know. They're saying, Dom. And listen, if some of you are on here because you have names on here, nobody knows who you are, verify it. Verify it. If you can. If you don't. I'm good with it either way. So that's just for correction. And also they mentioned about being a mob boss. If a mob boss can't run things from a different, mob boss can run things anywhere he wants to. Once he's the boss of the family, he could stay home all day, not see anybody. That's his prerogative. He does what he wants. As long as his messages get to who they have to get to, that's all that matters. So let's answer some more questions. Okay, 78. What the hell? I have no idea what that is. 78 bad year. Oh, 78 was a bad year. Probably so. Dom, was Willie Marshall tough? I never ran across Willie Marshall. So I don't know. I really don't know. Very popular. I wasn't one to be impressed by stories. That wasn't me. I didn't do research. I didn't ask questions. I was secure. When you're secure with yourself, you worry about yourself, your crew, your guys around you, what you're doing. I don't give a shit about Harry Belafonte. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm not one of these groupies. Now, Michael is the washwoman Mancuso. He's one of those groupies. He wants to know about everybody, everything that's going on. I'm secure with myself. I wasn't like that. So that's what separates, I would say, gangsters from pranksters. And people can now say, I'm a prankster. I cooperate. Cool. I'm all right with that. I lost that that title. But you know what? At the end of the day, I still won't back down. I still have my morals as far as that. And then I did what I had to do. Like I always say, I'll reiterate, loyalty is a two-way street, folks. They didn't show it any which way whatsoever. And I wasn't going to be their scapegoat once again. Wasn't happening. So we have Michael, game over. Game has been over a long time ago. Greed and ego. That's definitely, without a doubt. Look at Michael Washwoman. He's shaking down legitimate businesses at Christmas time for money. Wow. Wow. Dom, did you have any interactions with Dino Calabrio or any of his crew? Yes, I sat down with Tommy Shots and Dino quite a few occasions. I actually like Dino. And we're talking about Dino, who's a skipper under Tommy Shots, captain. If that's the same Dino, yes, I had many interactions with him. I actually liked him. I liked what they said. But we met, I think, a few restaurants, a club one night. So had some action. Never did anything illegal with him. Still payback coming for Al Bruno. Okay. Hey, Dom, did you know Jimmy Calabrese? He would be with QD all the time. No, I did not know him. In the streets, it's a different world. Absolutely. Nowadays, you know what? I feel for all the guys who are still out there, the thugs, the gangsters, with all cameras, surveillance. Oh my God. You can't even spit on the street without everybody knowing it. It's ridiculous. Oh, my cousin Nort and I had a grandfather in South Boston, Eddie Legs, was just an associate. I really appreciate your honesty and candor. Thank you. Quite refreshing. Listen, Jason, I'll always, and people hear me, I'll talk bad about myself at times with things I did. There's nothing you could do. I don't hide from anything. In life, I always confronted everything head on. And that's just the way I am. And I said the hardest decision I ever made in my life was cooperating. I mean, it destroyed me. It was years, and I didn't think it would be that bad, to be honest. For years, I would say 3-4 years while I was in college. I mean, just bad. I was in a bad place mentally, physically. It was just bad. Hey, Dom, tough day at the races today, stock market. Oh my God, got crippled today. But you have to wait till everything recovers, come back. I did short, a friend of mine had me short Apple. Not that it dropped that much, but made a few dollars there. And that's it. And I actually loaded up, had some money sitting on the sideline. And I loaded up on some other stuff while it was down. You buy on the dips. There was massive dips, got crushed. But, hopefully before the year's out, we'll bounce back. And if not, New Year will be a different story. Anthony, what's that? Facone hates nose. A lot of people don't like nose. And it's Washwoman, Michael Washwoman. A lot of people don't like him. He's not respected, folks. He's really not respected. All the flunkies like him, the younger kids who are sucking up to him. They're the ones who like him. They think who the hell he is, but he's a joke. He's a joke. It would be stupid to shit in a cell. It would be stupid to shit in a cell. Okay, it would be stupid to shit in a cell while they enjoy your fruits. Sit in a cell, I'm sorry. It's not only that, listen, again, I make no excuses for what I did. I did it. I took the coward way out. I'll say it again. Out of the life. But to leave you high and dry and broke, where's the loyalty? To talk about, the only reason why I got locked up is people were talking about it. They didn't catch me doing anything. I'm on no surveillance, no wiretaps, not talking to any rats about anything. It's other people talking about me, telling what I'm doing. And that's the gist of it. We have John Gotti Jr. claims he spoke to his father for the last time in prison. He became a civilian under his blessings. Do you feel there should have been any penalties against him after that meeting? Um, I don't believe that, folks. I know he probably had a conversation with Dad. I'm backing up. I'm backing up. I believe that, but he wasn't shelved, and that was it. He went away, did his time, and you know, before getting out, they tried indicting, or they did indict him again. I just think it's just live up to it. Just live up to it. So what? So what? You have the label on you. Just say, you know what? I thought about cooperating. I was fed up. I was tired. People will respect him a lot more. Just come out and say it. It's out there. People aren't stupid. You have the fans that, and then even the fans will turn around and say, well, you know what? He was going to. I don't blame him. And everybody will make excuses, but at least come out and be a man about it. But to say you would never put somebody, you rather do life in jail, that's all bullshit. Is he in the life anymore? No, he's not. That's it. Well, I can't say it for sure, but from what I see, no. Oh, we got Dominucci. Okay, there's only one other person that calls me that, and I'm not going to say. Dominucci, I appreciate the way you carry yourself and speak like a gentleman at all times. You want real? You want real? This is the spot. I'm sorry, those words got crunched together. Thank you, Eduardo. I appreciate that. But that Dominucci, my boy, I know is watching, calls me all the time, picks up the phone. Dominucci, what's up? Even on the street, Dominucci. Did you know Jimmy? No. I wish I brought back. I have no idea what that says. Bob McKenzie, what was your take on John Gotti's interview? I missed the first part of the video. Like I said with the interview, I think he was. It was a good. I liked the interview. The parts I saw, I didn't watch it all. I think he was very respectful with A-Light. That was classy of him. He tried saying again about his innocence proffer. Wasn't an innocence proffer. He didn't talk about his crime. Innocence proffer means you're telling the government with the charges, here, I didn't do this. Here's why. Here where I was at. Wasn't me. I know nothing about it. That's part of an innocent proffer, not queen for a day. Queen for a day is when you go in to cooperate and you test the waters. That's what it is. I did it. Everybody, that's what it is. I guess John Jr. didn't like what they had to say. They didn't like what John Jr. had to say, and that was it. It was done. But the government should have never put that out there. Sorry, I disagree with that. Dom, do you think Sammy was on the famous hit? Yes, I definitely think Sammy was there. You know what? Did Sammy testify to that at trial? That's another thing, because why would he lie at trial? He could get his agreement ripped up. So I do think Sammy was there. I don't see Sam. Listen, after a while, you might embellish, you might say different things, but overall, I think Sammy's very truthful. He did a lot. He's a legend. You can't take that away from him. And I had ill feelings with him because I felt, he's trying to take advantage recently, about a year ago, but he's still, he's a legend. He's a legend. You can't take that from him. You're 100% right. Hippie was a sucker. Thank you. So this is somebody probably in the Bronx, knows him. Did Mike knows washwoman, go to Maury's wigs? No, Mike actually got the hair implants, as you could see. He has a whole bunch of hair in the front now. He has the hair implants he got. Actually, before I got locked up, I went with him in the city to the place he was going to, and he got his hair done, got his implants, got his teeth done. Needs a lot more done, but maybe they could buy him some balls, give him some balls, so blow them up too. 20 minutes late, but rather late than never. Thank you, Smith. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming on. That's okay. Al, Dom, do you think the market is about to get, crowbarred and humbled? Everyone who thinks they're a great trader. Listen, it always happens. Always happens. We were basically in a correction, but there's a lot of money still be made. I would definitely gobble up some stuff right now, go in and out. I'm into Eli Lilly. I like that. MicroStrategy. Picked up more today with that. I think that's because when that takes off, that's going, folks. That's going to be a nice run. Tesla, I was thinking about buying Tesla on that dip, but it had such a run up. I mean, I'm scared. So it might drop another 50, 60 points to correct. Well, Tesla is also a strong buy. If you're looking at a long play, Tesla, Meta, that's all good. But there should be also a drop the first week of January. A lot of people take their profits out. So that's another time to jump in. Just be careful. So I'm not a broker. I'm not licensed, but that's just my opinion from where I value the market. I'm down big, but what can you do? You have to just wait till it goes back, and that's it. So it's happened before. You ride it out. William J. Dom, do you have or will you go into a full story that led to the falling out between you and your cousin Nancy? Wow, William, that's really an excellent, excellent question. I definitely will. I'll definitely go into it on Sakali's Corner Unfiltered. Joe Barone will be there because Joe is with her. Joe knows a lot what happened. And folks, when I tell you things, I'm direct. I don't have to sugarcoat anything. I'm the type of guy, if I robbed my grandmother, if I did something she wasn't aware of regarding her home, I would say it. I have nothing to hide from it. I did it, and that was it. It was a bad move, but my grandmother knew everything I did. She loved me dearly. She came and visited me when I was away. So what does that tell you? She actually sent me money. She sent me money. She even gave me $5,000 when I came home. And my cousin Nancy claimed it was her money. And my wife turned around at that time and said, give her that money. And it took me about 6, 7 months. Gave her total $10,000. Wasn't her money, but she said, give her the money. Vincent, thank you for the contribution. It's greatly appreciated. How can you talk? Hey, can you talk? I'm sorry, more about Randy's background. I will definitely talk about Randy's background. Vincent, wow. We have Vincent Bellamy. Wow. Gave me a $50 contribution. Thank you so much. And his message was retracted. So, Vincent, thank you. You didn't have to. It's greatly appreciated. So, let's see. Oh, I missed some other. Dom, do you have to be 100% Italian to get made? No, it's just your father. Your father has to be Italian last name. Your father could be Italian and Irish nowadays. So it's just the father. So, but nowadays, who knows? Who knows? And I hate to say this, but listen, I was always, if you have it, do a hit, handle it yourself. If you can't, use your inner circle, the guys around you. But to bring other ethnic groups to do your dirty work, I don't agree with that. Never did. I'm not sure if I missed it, but I'm sorry, but what were your thoughts on Jeff's horrible hairdo to do, calling you out on making up FBI contacting you, the attempt on your life? Well, in all fairness to Jeff, from what I saw with the audit or with the agent he was talking to, and I spoke to Jeff about it. He says, Dom, I didn't say it. It came from the agent. The agent said they would never. Let me get that agent on the show, and I'll ask him. So you mean to tell me if there's a hit on my life and you're monitoring me, it comes across your desk, You're not going to make me aware of it. You're not going to tell me in specific who's who, but you're going to throw your little innuendos. You're going to tell me, Dom, be careful. We have word. There's a contract out on you. Okay. Hey, by the way, this is the agent talking. Hey, by the way, do you ever hear of a last name, blah, blah, blah? Oh, okay. Well, there might be some relatives down there by you. Just be careful. Like they give little tidbits. What was your relationship with this other guy? Oh, okay. What do you think about this guy? That's the way they, and you put things together. You're not stupid. Why all of a sudden they're asking you about people where, and what do you think about this? That's their job, folks. That's their job. So, of course, Jeff asked the agent specifically, would you tell him, are you going to tell him who's going to hit him? No. Of course, they're not going to tell you directly. They tell you indirectly, though. Remember, they're there to protect you, not have you get killed. And, because I might have some information on them that they don't know. So, yes, they're going to throw their innuendos down because who's to say? Well, you know what? Joe Blow, yes, or I seen him over here, or I did this with him, or yes, he's capable. Here's the way he does things. It just helps them. So, that's okay. I'm just telling you what happened, and that was it. Did you know Vinny Askley from Westchester? No. I don't even know the last name. Akari? No. Ronald, I sit here and watch you as you put forth an honest effort to be fair and honest both ways, then give a take on your perception or view without making yourself the main character. Well, thank you, Ronald. I try to be fair. And once we formulate the new channel, Sakali's Corner Unfiltered, I'm going to be fair, right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm okay. I'm okay to be wrong. It's my character. That's what makes me different from all these other channels. Like I said last night, I apologize to somebody. I'm okay because I saw what they were trying to do. Pump me up, get mad at the guy, and maybe, there's a problem. They don't like Italians. So the person who said it doesn't like Italians. I know that for a fact now. Okay, so you played your game, but you got busted at the end of the day. It's crazy. Chicky is Merlino's. Oh, Chicky is Merlino right about Arlotta? No, he wasn't right about Arlotta. Arlotta is with his wife or his girlfriend, who he has kids with. He's been with 20 years. Was with her when she was 17 or 18 years old. Wasn't with a 13-year-old. And I asked quite a few people. They said, Dom, that's not true. That's not true. So to me, that's a scumbag move from Merlino just because he got slighted about them talking about his wife. You just don't do that. And this is coming from a boss. They say he's shelved, not shelved. He was a boss of a crime family. So what does that tell you about his character, folks? What does that tell you? Need I say more? Again, no, I did not know Willie Marshall. I'm sorry, another, let's see. Vincent Bellamy, another contribution. Thank you. Hey, can you talk more about Randy's background? I will. I ain't discussed. That's another thing on Sakali's Corner Unfiltered. We'll be talking about Randy, the murder, how it went down, how I set it up, how all that. I never spoke about that. Never spoke about with Quiet Dom's son. Never spoke about who else? Oh, I think I did speak about Frank Santoro's murder. But there's a lot of things we'll go into on Sakali's Corner Unfiltered. Chicky has other people put out info, hides behind the scenes like a coward. He's been doing it for 3 years. Well, I really don't know Chicky, so I can't comment. But I'll definitely read it. Albanians big right now in the game. I'm sure they are. They had a solid group. especially in Morris Park in the Bronx, and there were also same ones in Queens. So let's see who. Uh, Andrew Campos doesn't sound Italian. No, I think it's Cuban, actually. Listen, that was going back and forth for many, many years with Campos. So I stay out of that drama. I like him. Sat down with him quite a few times, partied with him at the strip club. I like him. Classy, classy guy. Very classy. That's the double O. Disgrazia. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of people on tonight. Thank you for coming on, folks. I really appreciate the support. Scumbag calls you scumbag means you're gold. Double negative. Okay, James. You could listen. Everybody could say what I did was a scumbag move, but you know what? I did what I did, and that's it. Tommy Garbage. Tommy Garbage. Vito. I guess I have no idea where you're going with that. Alfonso, how you doing, my pal? Hope all is well. Hope you're feeling better. Holidays are here. Listening to that Christmas music. And cheery, glad to see you're on. Thank you. Dom, when are you going to start selling EG in Chicago? After check, I'll ask with the online sales, and I'll see. I think you could go online and buy it. They'll deliver in Chicago. I'll check it out later. I'll let you guys know tomorrow. Dom, is the Cali Corner going to be a YouTube channel or Patreon? Folks, I'm here for you guys. I don't have to charge you guys to come on. As long as you come on, it's entertaining, it's fun. I'm here for everybody. So we'll have fun, and that's it. That's it. I'm happy here on YouTube. So Sammy's a liar about everything. He even lies about his nickname. It's not because some old guy seen him beat up a young kid. Well, I don't know. We don't really know the truth about that. So how could you call somebody a liar if you really don't know the truth? That's the difference. Willie Marshall ratted. He never left the neighborhood. All right. Folks, I'm going to start wrapping it up now. Wish everybody has a great, great evening. Much love and respect to everybody. And stay tuned for tomorrow, live at 5. It's Cali's Corner Unfiltered. We're coming at you. Much love and respect to everybody. Cynthia, I see you. We're looking forward to live cooking show. Cynthia, you know what? We'll have that. Since somebody, what's his name? Scun B put all little rat signs. I'll cook little rat on a shish kebab stick. So peace out. Hope everybody has a great evening. Enjoy. Until tomorrow, much love and respect. Thank you.